Welcome back to another edition of Vikings Film Room, brought to you by the Vikings Entertainment Network. I'm your host, Pete Bercich. Well, when the Vikings signed Jonathan Allen, I know I sat up in my chair. We all got excited. Well, let's take a look at the film and see how this two-time Pro Bowler with 42 career sacks is going to fit into this Brian Flores defense. I know you're going to love it. All right, so when you turn on the film of Jonathan Allen, the first thing you're going to notice is his power. He's strong. And to prove it, this is Trent Williams, one of the best offensive tackles in the National Football League. Goal line situation where you're just trying to fire off the football. We've got Jonathan Allen highlighted, and right here you're going to see Trent Williams is going to block down on him, trying to just wash this side in and get the running back in behind him. But watch what Jonathan Allen is able to do. He keeps the pads low and gets underneath. And right here, you're seeing this lean, got that power. Got the legs of Trent Williams together. He's able to take one of the best offensive tackles, throw him to the side, get back, and make a tackle at the line of scrimmage in a goal line situation against one of the best in the league. The second thing you're going to notice about Jonathan Allen is his ability to get off the football. And in this case, these offensive linemen are going to fire off and they're going to try to reach him. But he's able to penetrate. Not only that, able to make a play. Watch what happens here. The guard's going to get outside of him. The center is going to try to reach him. But he's so fast and getting north and south, that's okay. It's all right that he's getting underneath here because he's going to cause enough havoc in this mesh area to bring this down for a tackle for loss. Gets the pads low, gets that one arm on the running back and brings him to the ground. When he gets in the backfield, he's an absolute menace. This is where I think Brian Flores loves Jonathan Allen the most. The ability to put him on the move and still make tackles. This is what we do with our defensive linemen. What you're going to see right here is Allen is going to loop. He's going to loop to his right. Now, looping is good if you guess right, but what if you guess wrong? You still have to have the ability to get back into the play, and I'll show you exactly what happens here. Big swim move, gets across the line of scrimmage, but now we've got a problem, right? You have two offensive linemen here. Allen has to find a way to get back in this running lane, and not every D lineman can do it. But Allen, shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, gets downhill, wraps up that running back, and brings him right to the ground. I guarantee you Flores loves that about him. Another example of him moving at the line of scrimmage. In this case, this side they're blocking down. You're going to see a scoop back block by the center. But this time he guesses right. He's going to where the play's going, and this choke block just isn't going to happen. The quickness, off the line of scrimmage. Center tries to get him. He's across his face in the backfield, still be able to get to the running back and bring him down. Gotta love it. All right, so sometimes you can guess right, sometimes you can guess wrong, but it's what happens after the snap that matters. And one of the things about Allen that impresses me the most is his hustle, speed, right? In this case, what you're gonna see is the linemen for San Francisco are all gonna be moving to the right. Allen is going to be going to his right, which means he's behind the play. Behind the play, has to make something happen, but watch his angle of pursuit. Once he sees his play is headed away from him, he's not taking an angle to the running back. You'll never get there. The running backs are too fast. He goes parallel down the line of scrimmage, knowing that he has to meet up with him at some point down over here. This is where that tackle is going to be made. So not only does he hustle and get there, but when he does, he brings that running back right to the ground. Imagine what's going to happen when we have guys outside that can contain it, and we'll see that next. So with any defensive lineman who can get up the field, quick off the ball, can do all those things, you got to have some awareness as well. Because as an offense, if I'm getting penetration up front, what am I going to start do? The draw, the screen, a lot of those other things. So right here, he's going to be looping underneath, but he knows as soon as he gets across the face of the center, he smells a rat because he just let him go. So what does he do? Retraces his steps. Again, not wasting his time trying to get to the quarterback, but taking an angle right off the back end of these two linemen because he knows they're the lead blockers to make a tackable. Watch the ground that he covers. Getting downfield, hustle, hustle, hustle. Here is an all-pro defensive lineman making plays 5-7 yards down the field. So we've covered a number of Jonathan Allen highlights. We haven't even gotten to the pass rush. 42 career sacks, that's what he's known for. Let's take a look at what he can do off the line of scrimmage. Right here he is one-on-one against the guard. This part is what's so important, being able to get to the edge, get the arm placement exactly where it is. He's already got this offensive lineman's shoulders turned. This guy's shoulders are completely opposite the line of scrimmage, right? He's not square any longer. But watch this next move. Gets that right arm through the rip. This is Johnny Randall-esque, and gets that inside leg passed. And if you can keep the quarterback in the pocket, he's gonna get there. The guy can get to the edge of a guard in a hurry. Now, one of the craziest parts of Jonathan Allen's game is he could actually get a lot better. Let me show you what I mean in this case right here, where he's pass rushing on this New York Giants guard. You'll see him at the line of scrimmage, get off to the outside. Now, he's getting wide. He knows he has to redirect himself in. He's getting the arm underneath. But watch his pad level, a little bit high right here. But he is so strong. He's such a bull in a china shop. His helmet is above this guard, who probably is 3 or 4 inches taller than him. He's literally just pushing him back into the lap of the quarterback. No need for the long arm, no need for any hands. He's just face to face grinding it out. If I think he gets his hands in a little better spot, a little bit better on the technique end, we're gonna see a lot more out of this. But watch, still, even though he's engaged, able to get that strong arm out, bring down the quarterback, this guy is a mauler sometimes. Now, the key to any epic pass rusher is having some tools in your tool belt. What do I mean by that? I'm saying when you get a certain move out of an offensive lineman, you have to know how to counter it. In this case, he's getting the short set with the punch. Out here on the outside, gets the long arm punched. But watch, you see that right hand already at the hand of the offensive lineman. And what is he gonna do? This is a beautiful move. Trying to get the punch, the short arm, boom, get the swim, elbow to the back. Now he's to the hip of the offensive lineman. There's not a lot of room right here in between these two offensive linemen. But he's so big, so fast, and so strong, able to get in there and make the sack. The guy has a plethora of pass moves. Now, ultimately, the sign of any great interior pass rusher is the ability to combine moves. The first one doesn't work, you go to the second one. Watch what happens here. Perfect example of this. As he gets off the line of scrimmage, this guard is gonna block out on him, and you'll see with that first move, he's gonna try to do the club and really come underneath, but he's not getting anywhere. Again, pads a little bit high, face to face. This guard thinks he's got him right where he wants him, but he's gonna counter, and he counters with that right hand right there. And this is what we've talked about. Shoulders perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. This lineman is standing straight up and down. It takes a powerful man to move an offensive lineman that much, but look also what it does. It creates this lane, it creates this space. Then he's able to release, get off, get that inside leg through, get around the edge, and boom, big strong sack at the end. Jonathan Allen, fantastic pass rusher.